Hi there, Jamie Loom, ready for another wonderful story. Good evening to you all. Welcome to Tea with the Druid 132, brought to you by the Order of Bards, Ovids and Druids. Emer Burke here, and I am just waiting for a few people. Hi, Daniel from Germany. Paul from Northern Ireland, welcome. Just waiting for you to join me before I begin. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so people coming. Great. Hi, Lawrence from Netherlands. Somebody from Mexico. Lovely. From St. Lucia, Minnesota in the US, Chicago, Seattle. Lovely. Hi, Roland. Thronono Wahagat. Oh, lovely. Somebody liking my necklace. Yes. Thank you. Anyway, so I have a story for you tonight again, another one for this time, and it's a shorter story than my previous ones, and it will lead into a meditation. And this is one of my own stories. It's a very, very old story, and I remember it just as if it happened yesterday. A long, 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 long time ago in this land, there lived a man called Ucky. And he was a very wealthy and powerful man who was known far and wide, not only in this land, but in other lands. And he mixed with the wealthiest and the noblest of people. And he commanded respect and awe, and also fear of those who dealt with him. He was the kind of man that he rewarded any kindness that he ever received and never forgot it. But likewise, he never forgot any ill that was done to him. And he acquired his wealth through, I suppose, fair means and foul. And as it is with such people, no matter how much wealth he had acquired, it was never enough. He always wanted to buy land more, always wanted to have more money, always trying to accumulate and acquire stuff. So he was a great, big and powerful man on the outside, but inside, he was quite small and insecure. Hence, always the need to be making more money and to acquire more wealth. And of course, it never was enough. Anyway, he decided it was time to show off his wealth, even more than he'd done before, and to hold a big feast as a thank you to all those he had done business with who had ever helped him. And he had a very long guest list of the most powerful people of these lands, the wealthiest, the noblest, the kings and queens. They were all on the list. And he was going to have the most lavish of feasts. We have an expression in Ireland. He wanted to have nua gachbi is shan gachji, the freshest of food and the oldest of drink. And that no feast would ever surpass this one. So when he was drawing up his plans and with his advisors, they realized that his great hall was not big enough to host such an event as this. And as money was no object to him, he said, fine, I will build an even bigger, greater hall. So he called his architects and builders and designers, and they designed the most lavish, ostentatious, elaborate, great hall ever seen. And he was very, very pleased with the lavishness of it and its size. And then when it came to decide where they were going to put it, he wanted to site the Great Hall near his house. But there was no space in the grounds near his house to put it. And they looked at the maps of the area, and his builders and architects said, no, there's no place you can. You're going to have to site this way away from the house. And he said, no way. And he looked at the map and he said, what's that? Pointing to a grove. Why don't we cut down those trees? And everybody looked at him in horror. They said, you cannot cut down that. That is a fia neva. That is a sacred grove. Oh, what's a few trees? Sure, I can always grow a few more. And they said, you cannot cut down this fia neva. It's a sacred grove. Our people agreed, made a promise to the Tuatha Dé Danann before they passed through the veil to go into the Hollow Hills, that we would look after all of the fia neva in the land. We are honor bound to protect this. Oh, nonsense, nonsense. What's a few trees? It's my land. I own the grove. I can do what I like, and I can cut down the trees. And if you're all going to get upset, I'll plant more trees. And the architects and the builders said, you cannot do that. Well, let's call the Druid, see what she has to say. So I was sent for, and I was very clear. I said, okay, you cannot cut down that fia neva. We are honor bound to protect the integrity and the magic of that place. Now, not only was this a fia neva, inside that fia neva was a Linn Vanaha, a sacred pool, which was also a Cóla Brach, which is an Irish expression meaning gateway to the other world, or an enchanted gateway. And it was to this Linn Vanaha that the Druids of old would come and sit and receive the Éagsha, which is wisdom and knowledge from the landscape. And the Foy, or the Ovates, would come and collect the healing waters of the Linn Vanaha for their patients. And the bards would come and receive Emas or Awen for their poetry. And it wasn't just the Druids and the Foy, the Ovates and the bards that protected and honoured this place. The local people did. Everybody knew this was a sacred place. So no matter what I did or what I said, I could not persuade Ucky that he could not cut down that fia neva. And he ordered the labourers to go down and cut down the trees. But they refused. And he fired them. And he hired more. And they refused. And he got his builders. They refused. And he fired them all. How dare you disobey me? And he could not find one person who would cut down any tree in that fia neva. So he went and got an axe himself. And I watched in horror as he got the axe and he began to sharpen it. And he headed off down towards the fia neva, the sacred grove. And I followed behind him at a distance so he wouldn't see me. All the time praying, I was praying to Donna herself, or to the She, the Tuatha Dé Danann, that they would, or someone from the other side would stop him from all this devastation. And when he got to the edge of the fia neva, there were beautiful silver birch trees, just majestic, so tall and elegant, swaying gently in the breeze. And up he goes, not able to see their beauty or their magic or their sacredness. All they were to him were obstacles. Obstacles to his feast and him showing off. So he picked up his axe and he swung it. And I watched in horror as he cut down the silver birch tree. Now, it wasn't just what I saw that made my blood run cold. I was frozen to the spot. It was what I heard. The shriek from that tree as the spirit left her chilled me to the very core. I still remember it so well right now. I hope never to hear a sound like that again. Okay. One down. Now, who's next? And he looked around, heading towards the next tree. I'm calling, please, somebody stop this. And he comes up to the next tree and he's about to swing the axe when just before him appears a tall, beautiful woman with long white hair flowing like a cascading waterfall. And she was wearing a blue-green shimmering dress that looked like a flowing river. And her eyes were like deep, dark caverns. And she said, "Stop, Ucky. Don't you dare cut down that tree. You from now on will be known as Ucky on Scrisador, Ucky the Destroyer. For all you know is devastation and destruction." And he looked at her. "This is my grove. I own it. I will do what I like. And don't you, a mere woman, think you're going to stop me." He turned his back on her and he went a second time to swing the axe. And just as he was about to hit the tree, "Stop!" she said, "I'm telling you, a second time, don't you dare touch that tree. Your people had an agreement with mine that you would look after the integrity and sacredness of this Fia Neva. Don't you dare break the laws of the land." And he went a third time to swing his axe. And she said, "Stop. Don't you dare touch that tree." And he looked at her. And he went and he swung the axe at her. And just as he had it, it was at that point that it occurred to him who it was he was dealing with. Danu, the Great Mother. She had grown taller, and her hair was flowing like a really, really powerful, angry waterfall. Her dress was shimmering even more. And instead of dark caverns for eyes, they were like volcanoes with molten lava within. And he could see her rage, and he was frozen on the spot. "Ucky on Scrisador, Ucky the Destroyer, I curse you. You have never known satisfaction. You have never, ever had enough. You have always wanted more. You never could appreciate what you had. And you had a lot. You could have maintained the sovereignty of this land. You could have been a wonderful, powerful leader. But all you have been doing is trying to satisfy an appetite that can never be satisfied. Will I curse you that you will continue this way? You will know nothing but hunger. And no matter how much you consume, you will never know satisfaction. You will never know what it's like to have a full belly again." And with that, he collapsed on the ground. All his arrogance gone, all his power. And all he could be aware of was this gnawing hunger. And he began to scrabble around, eating as much as he could. Grass, weeds, bugs, slugs, worms, snails, anything. Wallowing in the mud, never knowing satisfaction. And he disappeared after that. And nobody heard of him again. That's not the end of the story, though. Danu was very worried and very concerned about this Fia Neva. All right, she managed to stop one Ucky on Scrisador. But she knew there would always be an Ucky on Scrisador, and as we well know, that is so true. So what she did is she placed a Fea Fia, that is a magical mist of invisibility, down over the Fia Neva and the Linvana within. And she said that Fea Fia will be there for 9 times 9 generations, so that nobody could destroy it or disturb it. Now, there have been times since when those with an open heart and an open mind have passed that way, when the Fea Fia is lifted and welcomed somebody in to receive the magic and the healing of that place. And 9 times, 9 generations have passed. So for those of you who have an open mind and an open heart and can honor the sanctity and sacredness of a grove like that, I invite you to come on a little journey with me. So as you're sitting in front of your screens, just become comfortable. And when you're ready, I invite you, if it feels right, to close your eyes and to go within. And just bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Following your in-breath as it enters your body, and following your out-breath as it leaves your body. Remember, with every in-breath, there are possibilities, and with every out-breath, there's a letting go. And now I'd like you to imagine that you're walking outside someplace in nature. Just to look around your landscape. It's daylight and the sun is shining, and the temperature is just right for you. And just notice what you can see. Notice the colors. Notice the textures. And bring your awareness to what you can hear. Maybe the sound of birds, of insects flying around, or the gentle breeze blowing through the trees. Notice the smells of this place. And the tastes. And as you are opening your awareness through the 5 senses to this landscape around you, you look behind you and you notice a grove that hadn't been there before. And you know the Fey Fear has been lifted. And you sense the grove is welcoming you to go within. And you walk to those trees. And you find yourself inside this grove. This Fianeva, this sacred grove. And you know it's different. It's different to any other forest or woodland you've been in. There is no clear pathway, but you know where to go. And you sense the magic, the Druid in this place as you begin to walk forward. And then you come and you stop. And you feel the earth beneath your feet and how different the quality is to the landscape outside. You can almost hear the earth singing her song, feeling a tingling sensation coming up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, your thighs, up into your body, filling your body with this magical earth energy. And you look up to the sky. You can see it just through the canopy of the trees. And you draw down that sky energy through the trees, down into the top of your head, right down into your body. Sensing that dance between the energies of the sky and the energies of the earth within your being. Filling every cell of your body. feeling yourself at one with the sacred grove. With every breath, you are sharing your breath with those of the trees, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And you continue to walk. And you know where to go, although there is no path. And you walk until you come to the Linn Vanna, the sacred pool. And you walk up to the edge and you take a look, and it's as clear as glass. And you can see your reflection in this sacred pool. And you sit down beside it. And you notice a little goblet. And it's a sense you have an invitation to take some of the water from that well. And you take the goblet and you place it in the well. Fill it with the water. And you bless yourself with it in whatever way you like. And you drink it. And as you sip this water, you feel it enter every cell of your body. You receive a gift, this special gift that this water from this Linn Vanna has to offer you. It may be healing, it may be Awen, Imas, Aiksha. And you drink it in, and you drink it in deeply. And you spend a few moments there. If you like, you can close your inner eye. And now I invite you to open your inner eye again. It is time to leave this Linn Vanna. And you get up and you give thanks. Thanks for all that you've received. And you begin to walk back the way you came. Sensing the trees around you and their welcome and love for you. And then you walk towards the edge of the Fianeva. And you stand and you close your inner eye once more to give thanks for the welcome you've received there, for the magic. And then you open your inner eye once more and you're back in your own landscape. The Fey Fia has descended on the grove again and you cannot see it. But you know it's there. And you begin to walk back along the way you came in your own landscape. And now you allow your awareness of that landscape to fade, becoming aware of your physical body sitting in front of your screen, feeling the chair beneath you and the floor beneath your feet and the ceiling above you, the walls around you. And take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes, coming back fully present here and now. So, I hope that was transcending into the magic. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'd be interested in hearing how that was for you. So I will look at your comments and respond. So thank you all for being with me again, and I look forward to seeing you next week for another tea with the Druid. In the meantime, be well and be safe. Slán go fóill. Goodbye for now.